Thank you everyone for joining me as we giggle a little on our road trip to the zoo. Isabel is an intelligent iguana who loves to read books, and she likes to learn new things. One day, while looking for a book on her bookshelf, Isabel's telephone rings. It is Isabel's grandmother, and she invites Isabel to come over to her house for some tea. She would like Isabel to arrive at her house at 3:30. While visiting her grandmother, something catches Isabel's inquisitive eye. It is a book that is on the shelf way up high. Isabel stretches and she reaches way up high on the shelf, and she gets down that dusty, worn-out book. Isabel gives this interesting book an inquisitive look. Isabel opens the old book and she finds lots of interesting travel information. The book has ideas for fun excursions to all kinds of different travel destinations. Stuck right in the middle of this book is a tattered and worn-out map. Isabel carefully unrolls the map, and little pieces of the map paper flake off and fall gently in her lap. Isabel gathers the worn and torn pieces, and she tries to fix this map. But more of the map pieces just fall in her lap. Isabel has an idea for a road trip, spinning in her little intelligent iguana mind. What adventures on this road trip might Isabel find? Isabel calls Alice at her acting school, and they visit on the phone for a short while. Alice hears Isabel mention a map and a road trip, and Alice breaks out in a huge smile. Alice and Isabel call all of their animal friends to come to Isabel's house for a road trip meeting. When the friends arrive, Isabel tells them that there is no time for eating or greeting. Maxine hears the word eating, and she thinks that it is a good time for a snack. Maxine pulls mushy bananas out of her backpack. Sarah listens intently as she quietly pulls out her yarn, all silky and fine. Sarah isn't sure what important road trip information that Isabel has on her intelligent iguana mind. Terrence is waiting to hear about this road trip with eager anticipation. Edward sits patiently, waiting to hear about this road trip situation. Penelope rushes in with her paint palette and her brushes in her hands placed just so. Penelope heard the words road trip, and she is ready to go. Quincy raises his hoof to ask a question about how much hay and barley that he should pack. Harvey volunteers to bring enough hamburgers for everyone to have a nice road trip snack. Zachary strolls into this road trip meeting looking very serious with his briefcase and his fancy black hat. Sarah has never seen Zachary quite so dressed up and handsome as that. Isabel explains to her friends that she found this special road trip map, but when she opened it, part of the map had crumbled in pieces and fallen in her lap. Isabel sprinkles the torn up map pieces in a little pile. The friends study the torn map pieces for a really long while. Finally, Zachary says, "Okay, friends, I think I have an idea that might work." Sarah stops spinning her web and turns her head to look at Zachary with a strange jerk. Zachary says, "Let's not worry about the missing map pieces. and let's just see where this map leads. Isabel says, without a map, how will this road trip ever succeed? Zachary says, don't worry, I will be the road trip captain, and I will lead the way. The friends all seem excited, and they can hardly wait for this special road trip day. Zachary will make all of the travel bus arrangements. What kind of bus will it be? I don't know. We will just have to wait and see. All of the friends hurry to their homes to pack. Harvey hurries inside the shop to make everyone delicious hamburger snacks. Maxine rushes to the pet shop to tell her friends she is getting ready to leave town. Sarah is gathering all of her finest yarn and scurrying around. Zachary runs home real fast to pack. Terrence is going to carry his luggage on his turtle shell back. Zachary is looking forward to this road trip with eager anticipation. Zachary hurries downtown to the bus rental station. The bus rental attendant shows Zachary all of the road trip buses that are fancy and fine. Zachary has one special road trip bus idea zooming around in his zany zebra mind. Zachary gets the keys to this zebra bus and he drives to the hamburger shop in his quaint little town. Zachary thinks he is driving the most fantastic road trip bus around. The friends will arrive at the hamburger shop at 9:30. It is almost road trip bus boarding time. This road trip bus of Zachary's is going to be a huge surprise. When Zachary comes around the corner in his zany zebra bus, the friends can hardly believe their eyes. Penelope thinks riding around town on a black and white striped zebra bus is going to be really neat. Everyone climbs aboard the zebra travel bus and takes their seat. In 1 minute after getting on this bus, Lawrence and Terrence are both fast asleep. Everyone is comfortably seated and ready to go. But it seems someone is not here. Sarah sees that there is no bus driver, and she nervously says, "Oh dear. Is the road trip bus driver a no-show? I don't know." Just then, Zachary shows up in a bus driver suit, and he says not to worry. He has learned how to drive this zany zebra bus in a really fast hurry. Hearing that Zachary is going to be driving this bus, Sarah just sits as calmly and as still as she can. She clutches her silky yarns nervously in her little spider hands. Isabel hands Zachary the torn map and all of the missing map pieces, and then she sits down. Zachary and his friends are off on their road trip, and they leave their quaint little town. This bus ride is bumpy and rough. Sarah had no idea that road trips could be so tough. The friends see road signs that say, "Watch out for deer." Sarah sees a sign that says, "Watch out for bears." But Zachary tells Sarah that she has nothing to fear. Sarah looks at her watch, and it says that it is almost noon. Sarah is getting hungry, and she hopes that they will reach their destination real soon. The bus comes to a stop at a fork where the road is divided. Where they go from here, no one has decided. Zachary points to the arrows on the tall sign planted in the ground. To decide which road to take, Zachary stands in front of the road sign and he spins all around. When Zachary stops spinning, he is facing the road on the right. Sarah hopes that they reach their destination before day turns into night. When the bus stops at the end of this curvy right road, the friends can hardly believe their eyes. This road trip has turned into a huge surprise. The bus screeches to a halt right in front of a giant gate with 3 letters on its sign. It seems that it is zoo visiting time. The friends get off of this zebra-striped bus. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The friends can't wait to go and explore. How many different zoo animals will there be? I don't know. We will just have to wait and see. The first thing the friends see is a puppet theater, and the show is about to begin. The friends hurry to the door, and they scoot right in. What will this puppet show be? I don't know. We will just have to wait and see. There is a lady selling tickets at the ticket gate. The friends buy all of their zoo tickets to see the animals, and they are not 1 minute late. The friends are met at the ticket counter by a friendly gorilla who says, "Come follow me." The friends are wondering just what animals this friendly gorilla is going to take them to see. The friendly gorilla asks Sarah if she would like to climb up on his back and take a ride. Sarah looks at this kind new gorilla friend with a nervous look in her little spider eye. This friendly gorilla takes the friends to visit someplace that is really cool. Terrence visits with 4 sea lions swimming in a really cool pool. Next, Gorilla takes the friends to see polar bears that are playing on ice. Lawrence thinks that napping on that ice might be cool, refreshing, and quite nice. Gorilla takes the friends to see his mom and dad penguin friends who are waddling about. Gorilla tells his friends not to get too close to the penguins or they will let out a loud scream and shout. Gorilla takes the friends where there is a huge underwater dome. The sharks and dolphins and fish call this dome their home. In that underwater dome, there are beautiful colored coral and creatures of every color, shape, and size. Isabel is studying these fish, and she can hardly believe her iguana eyes. Gorilla introduces his friend, Mr. Walrus, who is basking on a beach in the sand. There are tiny crabs dancing around this giant walrus man. In the pond nearby, there is an alligator lounging in the water with a little twinkle in his alligator eye. Sarah can't stop looking at those sharp alligator teeth, no matter how hard she tries. Some of the alligator friends are lying on the shore. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3 alligators. I wonder if there are any more. Standing on one leg is a beautiful pink flamingo. Edward tries to balance on one leg like that flamingo, but he wobbles to and fro. Next, Gorilla takes the friends to a jungle that is full of beautiful singing birds. If you listen carefully, you can hear the most beautiful songs that you have ever heard. Out of nowhere, there comes a very loud squawk and a squeal. Maxine thinks one of her monkey friends must have slipped and fallen on a banana peel. That sound isn't coming from a monkey at all. It is coming from a peacock, standing beautiful, proud, and tall. The peacock's feathers are beautiful yellow, blues, and greens. These are the most beautiful peacock feathers that Terrence has ever seen. All of a sudden, the friends hear the ground rumble. They hear a loud groan and a growl. It seems that the mom and dad lions are hungry and they want their food right now. Lawrence stares at one of those hungry lions, and that lion just stares at him right back. Harvey knows this lion is hungry, and he wishes he didn't have all those hamburgers in his backpack. Edward hears a terrible loud growling sound. This growling sound fills the air all around. The tigers are searching on the ground for food. They have also not had anything to eat. They are waiting for some meat or some kind of treat. After the zookeeper feeds them their dinner, the tiger friends roam and prowl and growl. Oh no, I think those tiger friends saw us just now. Isabel hears a rustling sound in the leaves. It seems one of the jaguars is perched above her head, high in the trees. Edward spies a family of elephants, 1, 2, and 3. How many elephants will there be? I don't know. We will just have to wait and see. Terrence spies a giant hippopotamus in the water, swimming this way and that. Terrence has never seen a hippo swimming quite like that. Sarah hears a hissing sound coming from one of the trees. Sarah wonders just what that hissing sound might be. Lawrence sees a giant brown bear that is wandering about. That brown bear is looking for fish in that lake. Maybe he's looking for a bass or a trout. Gorilla tells the friends to beware of the Black Panther with his bright yellow eyes. The panther uses the forest leaves and trees as his disguise. Zachary is sure glad to see a zebra at this zoo. Just like Zachary, this zebra has black and white socks and a fuzzy zebra mane too. Gorilla introduces the friends to a mom giraffe and her baby, all covered with brown and white spots. The baby giraffe's face looks like it has little brown and white polka dots. The friends stop to visit a panda bear who seems to be asleep. Gorilla tells the friends to try to pass by the sleeping panda without making one tiny peep. The friends smell something wonderful and they hear a popping sound. Gorilla tells the friends if they look carefully, they will find some popcorn kernels lying on the ground. Maxine gets a giant bag of popcorn and she starts to munch. When Sarah eats her popcorn, it makes a really loud crunch. Over that popcorn crunching sound, the friends hear a musical beat. When Zachary hears that music, he starts to dance and move his zany zebra feet. The friends hear a loud train whistle blast, and a little train filled with children comes chugging over the hill real fast. There are musical sounds filling the air all around. Gorilla tells the friends to follow the musical sounds until they reach the merry-go-round. The merry-go-round horses are wearing beautiful ribbons and bows. Quincy has never seen decorated horses prance high and low like those. Alice sees a pirate ship swinging this way and that. Alice has never seen a pirate ship move quite like that. Maxine spies a Ferris wheel with baskets that swing. Maxine thinks that swinging in one of those baskets would be the most amazing thing. Isabel sees a roller coaster, and she would like to go for a spin. Lawrence says that Isabel is going to have to ride that roller coaster without him. Gorilla says that it is about time for the zoo animals to turn in for the night. Mama Bear already has her babies all snuggled in tight. Mama Fox's babies are all snuggled up in their bed. They are using their mom's tail for a place to rest their little fox heads. Daddy Lion is looking for a place to lie down. He most likely will make his bed on the soft mossy green ground. Daddy Tiger is making his way to the tall trees. He will make his bed among the trees' soft fallen green leaves. Mama Elephant will bed down under the cool night sky. She will be near the river if her trunk gets too dry. Grandpa Giraffe is using his long neck to eat just a few more leaves. Grandpa will make his night's bed right under the tall leafy trees. Mom and Dad Lion will sleep soundly on the ground under the giant, beautiful night moon. If you listen closely, you will hear Daddy Lion snoring real soon. Off in the distance, you can hear one firecracker, 2, then 3. These are the most beautiful fireworks you could ever hope to see. How many fireworks will there be? I don't know. We will just have to wait and see. The Ferris wheel, the merry-go-round, and the roller coaster lights have all gone out. There are no more zoo animals up and roaming about. Gorilla is getting sleepy, and he tells his friends goodbye. He turns to look at them with a twinkle in his kind gorilla eye. All of the animal friends quietly board that zany zebra bus and ride back to their quaint little town. Zachary has been the best road trip bus driver around. There will surely be more road trips for our animal friends, but this zoo road trip has finally come to an end. Isabel carefully rolls up her worn and torn out map. She folds it gently and places it in her little iguana lap. This was such a wonderful road trip to the zoo. There were so many things to see and to do. Where will the next exciting road trip be? I don't know. We will just have to wait and see. Thank you so much for joining me to giggle a little on this road trip to the zoo. See you next time to giggle a little.